Hi, I'm Dan Parler. I'm Director of Plant Accounting from Duke University. I think we've been using ARCHIBUS for over 30 years. It's been about 25 years for me. It sort of migrated to my office after some others started it, but we've been using it a long time. First, let me say it's not just Duke University, it's also Duke University Health System. It is a single instance of ARCHIBUS that covers all of that. So we have a lot of clinicians that do research. We have a lot of facilities that have a floor for clinical activities and floors for research activities. So our hospital activity and our research mission have forever been intertwined. That's part of the reason we needed a real good space management system, was to track who was doing what where. We build very complicated research facilities, very specialized and very big and expensive and enormous research facilities. But the way that we're utilizing them gets complicated. We have centers, we have people coming from collaborative departments and PIs co-mingling in space. So it gets somewhat difficult just to even quantify who's in there and who's responsible for it and who's funding what. So that's part of our challenge, is just trying to manage and consistently come up with, this is how you quantify space to make it useful for our external purposes. We use the space to track our research environment and calculating the indirect cost rates and things that universities have to do. As far as the indirect cost recovery at Duke, I am one of the team members that negotiates with the federal government once every 4 years. All of that space data that we use, which is vitally important, comes straight out of our database system. We load it and we basically take a copy of the space file as of the end of the year and make a copy off of it, and then go out and scrub the data. So then we'll go out and meet with each research department to say, okay, now we really got to get it right. Now, what did you do for the entire last year? Who was in there? Tell us everything that was going on last year. So we really go through an entire process of sitting down with the business manager and the space person for that department, and our team sits down and scrubs all this data to get all the research space literally spotless. Because once we use all that data and submit the study, the negotiators from the federal government are going to come back to Duke and spend about a week walking space. And the thing that my job is to make sure they don't find any errors in what we submitted. And that's the trick. I mean, if you want a successful negotiation with this process, you've got to have good space data. If you don't have good space data, you will not have a good negotiation. Duke is a top-ranked university nationally and even internationally, and everybody you work with there expects world-class service from within as well. So that's the beauty of ARCHIBUS, is it's out there, it's world class, and it's field, and really makes us look better as we try to serve the university's mission.